Hello, welcome to Current News. I'm your host, Chris Davis, and today we are going to do a review of WandaVision Episode 5. So, this was a really good episode. It starts off with Wanda and Vision trying to make the kids fall asleep, and then I guess who shows up? Agnes. Agnes shows up and she offers help, and then Vision says, "Oh, you're sweaty. Don't touch the children," and then uh, Agnes breaks out of character. She says, "Hey, Wanda, do you want to take it from the top again? Do you want to do it again?" And then Wanda is looking at her weirdly, and Visions is looking at Agnes weirdly too. And Wanda convinces Vision, "Hey, we've been trying all this time. We haven't succeeded. Let's let Agnes have a shot at it." Vision pulls her to the side and says, Did you see how Agnes was looking at you?" And Wanda was trying to convince him, "Look, it's okay, it's okay. She's just trying to help. That's it." And then, right before, our very eyes, a split second later, the kids have grown up to age 5, and Agnes starts talking about how you can't control kids. They grow up so fast. And we see right here that Wanda, there's some characters she can't really control in this universe. So Agnes, these children, and really Vision, she was controlling at first, but now he's starting to break free and starting to realize that something's not right here. So, the next scene, you see the kids. They have a dog. They found it. They're bathing it in the kitchen sink, and then Vision says, "You're not old enough to have a dog. You have to be more responsible." And then he says, "Okay, you could have a dog when you're 10." And before you know it, Tommy and Billy age right in front of their eyes, and now they're 10 years old. And now they can keep the dog. They're aging these kids up because they're gonna be in Young Avengers or something on Disney Plus or the movie screen. So the characters that Billy and Tommy are gonna be are Wicked and Speed. And with the WandaVision in episode 5, it's set in the 80s. So we see these big hair, and we see this weird fashion style that was popular during the time too. I just wanted to point that out, that this is set in the 80s. I thought for a second that it was going to be in the 90s, but people pointed out that it's the 80s. And we then go to this scene where Sword, Monica's being questioned. She's in a hospital bed. She gets out of the hospital bed, and then we see the stereotypical jerk, the Sword Shield director. He's trying to paint Wanda as the primary victimizer and the main source of the problem, while Jimmy Woo and Monica Rambeau acknowledge that she's probably most likely the main cause. Most likely, there's probably reasons for why she's doing this, and they're trying to be very empathetic to what Wanda has gone through. But the Sword director is acting like this stereotypical guy, in all these movies and films and TV shows. You have that person who's in charge, and he's wants to get the job done, and he portrays and he portrays the person that they're going after as a bad guy, and they have this malicious intent, and he doesn't have any empathy towards the person. He just thinks that person is the monster without having any sort of understanding or empathy that this person is most likely hurting, and they're probably not even the main person, like who's doing this. But anyway, the sword director like is unsympathetic, like doesn't care, just wants to paint a broad brush and paint Wanda Maximoff as the enemy, and Jimmy Woo and Monica Rambeau are doing their very best to be empathetic and understand that this world is just a coping mechanism. It's not right, but it's a coping mechanism, and they want to try their best to solve this in a really non-violent way. And that's when we get the drone. Monica drives this drone into Wanda's world. Wanda spots the drone. The jerk director of Sword shoots at Wanda. Wanda stops it, and then Wanda does the most boss thing. She gets out of her little bubble, tells the Sword agents, "Hey, is this your drone?" And she's like, she has her Sokovian accent again, and she tells them, "Hey, don't bother me. I won't bother you." And like they all have their guns pointed at her, and she just uses her hex abilities, and now she's pointing them at the director, and the director's like screaming to them, "Stand down, stand down, stand down." And so Wanda then goes back into her bubble. Next thing I've noticed, and other people have pointed this out, the mailman, there's something going on with that mailman. He says to Wiccan and Speed, Billy and Tommy, that their mother can do anything, and for someone who believes that this is the real world, that is a weird thing to say, that your mom can do anything. But that's just like letting them know that Wanda is really in control of like everything that goes on around here. And then go to the point to where Billy and Tommy's dog has died, and they tell their mom to bring him back, and like she refuses to do that because she's trying to teach them that life things happen, and there's some things that you just can't reverse, or at least you shouldn't. And it's she's being hypocritical because she's telling her kids this, but she's doing this herself with this imaginary world with Vision. When Vision like died, like in Avengers, at some point he made this will saying he didn't want to be brought back, and Wanda went against his wishes doing so. So she is being a hypocrite, telling her kids that you just have to accept what life throws at you at times. And then there's this other scene when Vision is doing investigating. He's at his job, and he talks to his co-worker Norm, and they're talking about email and stuff. He reads this email, I think it's from Sword, and talks about the hex anomaly and how Wanda's the cause, and everyone's reading it, and it's really weird. They're all reading it in unison at the same time. So Wanda frees his co-worker Norm, I think, and he's saying, "Hey, please help me. I haven't seen my sister. I haven't seen my family and stuff." And he's talking about how he's suffering, and then Vision puts him back the way he was back in character. And then he goes, sees Wanda, and that's when he's comforting the kids about like the dog dying. And then they're at home, and then he makes this remark, "Yeah, the kids had a rough day. It's not every day you get a dog and the dog dies in the same day." And they get in this big argument. Wanda gets fed up, and she just rolls the credits. Okay, show's over. And then Vision just talks all the way through those credits and tells Wanda what's going on here, what's outside of Westview, what are you not telling me? And like Wanda says, it's okay, I have like basically everything under control. And he's ask her what's outside of Westview, and she's like, you don't want to know. And he's like, you don't get to make that decision for me. There's no other children here except our kids. Then she sits down and says that she doesn't really know. And then the doorbell rings, and then Vision is giving her that look. Did you make that happen to change the subject? And she's like, no, I didn't. Like, I don't believe you. And she's like, okay, you don't believe me. And Vision gives this remark. Like, at this point, I'm just ignoring evidence. I'm just ignoring statistics. I'm just ignoring logic and going along with everything at this point. Then when you open the door, you see Pietro, and it's not the Pietro from the Age of Ultron films. It's the Pietro from the X-Men films. Evan Peters, I think, plays that character, and there's a few possibilities with this. Either Marvel has recasted Pietro as Evan Peters. Either they've done that, or Evan Peters he's playing Pietro, but he may be something else. He may be Mephisto. He may be some other character. This might be the introductions of mutants in the MCU. WandaVision is supposed to be parts of its origins comes from House of M, and to where Wanda wishes mutants away, but this looks like it's going to be the reverse. But there's another possibility. This could be the whole multiverse of madness, because Spider-Man 3 is supposed to deal with the multiverse. Doctor Strange is supposed to be dealing with the multiverse, and so this might be a alternate version of Pietro that has shown up. But it's weird that she doesn't recognize how her brother looks. Her brother didn't look like that. Like, her brother looked like the Age of Ultron, played by a different character. So this could go either way. So this could actually be Mephisto trying to break things up before Vision gets to the truth. It could actually be Pietro, and they're introducing mutants, or this could be an alternate universe thing. So I really like this episode. I really like how they've been building up the tension throughout the episodes. Vision, slowly but gradually, learning that everything isn't as it seems, and Wanda's reality. And so this is a really good series, really good episode. I give this a solid 10. So if you've seen WandaVision episode 5, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you like the episode? Did you not? Share your thoughts. If you liked what I had to share, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with all your friends, and all of you have a great day.